Hey there, to whoever happens to watch this. So it is about 1:45 on Monday evening, and this video really is just me talking to you. It's about reselling. It's not about anything in particular. I guess it's just a, hey, this is where I'm at, kind of mentally. So it is about 1:45 on Monday night. And I'm upstairs in our half-finished addition to our house and doing a little work. There's my bags and inventory stuff. And my birthday's tomorrow, so in 15 minutes, my birthday starts. And we have been self-quarantining since before we were actually strongly suggested to do so by our governor. I had been really talking about the numbers and what I was seeing coming out of China back in January. And so we had really slowed down what we were doing. The little guy was, he was only going to school. And I had at that point decided that we would just take him out once the virus got to basically the next state over, bordering our state, that we would pull him from school. And it turned out that I didn't actually have to do that because he came down with a head cold the week before we were actually instructed to for schools to close and stuff. So we have been self-isolating since March 9th or thereabout. In about the month leading up to that, we had slowed down most of what we were doing socially to really only seeing family and on the very rare occasion friends since Christmas. So we had not really been anywhere besides work and school, a doctor appointment here and there that we had to do. But for the most part, we had really cut out a lot of our social activities. And then the week of March 9th was the little guy had developed a head cold, and we decided, okay, well, we're gonna keep him home. And then I think it was that very next week was when our governor said to shut down schools and things. So we've been here, and I've been homeschooling, to the best of my ability. And we follow a Montessori approach. So, I've been really trying hard to read and do as much of that as I possibly can with him. And I am not 100% successful. Our home is not entirely in the Montessori way, if you will. But we try. We don't watch TV. There's not a lot of that. On occasion, we'll watch a movie together, or play a game together or something like that. But we don't just have the TV on like a lot of folks do throughout the day and evening. So we've been at home with one another, which on one hand has been absolutely wonderful, and I love it. I do love being with my family. So that part has been nice on some levels. But my husband has been continuing to work from home. He works full time and is considered necessary. So he's been working from home. And his job has actually picked up to a point where he's working many nights until 7, sometimes later in the evening. And then our little guy has been staying up a little bit later because, there's no school now. But, by the end of the day, I'm tired. So, and then I devote a couple of hours in the evening and whatever time I can get through the day. Our little guy has decided not to nap. So, during this time that he's been at home, he's taken maybe one nap this whole time. So I don't get a lot of opportunity during the day to do work stuff. I package up packages when I need to and mail them out. And And I try to do that the next day after I get the order. I try to get those out. And usually he's pretty fantastic about like helping me with that part. I do have to look in the packages, by the way, in case anyone buys something from me, because the little one also does like to, when he's helping, put a treat in there for people. You know, sometimes it's a car and sometimes it's something else. So anyway, joke. So that's kind of how it's been going for us. It's meant very long days, really. And I know, right? Like I know that that's what it takes to, you know, if I want to be successful and I want to really get going back up in this business, that's what I need to do. You know, I need to do my regular stuff, and then at the end of the day, do this stuff. Oh, but I am so tired. You know, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock comes around when the little guy finally goes down, and I'm just like exhausted. So that's what I've been taking the opportunity to kind of readjust the way that I've been doing inventory, and go through the inventory that I have and list on various platforms. I have not had much opportunity to do a lot of cross listing, because that requires sitting at my computer. And we have both of our computers in one room and call it the office. It's just a spare bedroom, a tiny room that we put both of our computers in. But that means that, you know, during the day when my husband's working, I cannot just go in and out, you know, willy-nilly to use the computer. I can get away with going into like print stuff, but not, you know, use it for really any length of time. And I certainly can't use it to do videos or whatever, because, you know, he's trying to be on teleconferences and stuff. So any of that I want to do, I need to try and figure out how to do in the evening. And I've just not managed to do that yet, which is why my videos are on my phone, and, you know, they're sporadic because I'm just not getting to them like I keep thinking I'm going to do. So on the one hand, getting back to the topic, on the one hand, I love this time, right? Like I really am appreciating this time being with my family, and just getting to see all of our little guy's antics and whatnot throughout the day, and his very clever responses to things. And on the other hand, you know, here it is, coming up on my birthday hour, and, you know, I miss my friends. You know, I don't normally do a big celebration for my birthday. I usually get together with 1 or 2 friends and have dinner. I actually have this, I've done this a lot with my older boy. We would celebrate our birthday week. And so the weekend before the birthday happened, we would, you know, do a big thing the weekend before, dinner out or whatever. And then during the week of the birthday, it would be a little thing every day, a little thing. I'm not, you know, nothing big, a book. Maybe we'd watch a video together, you know, maybe he'd order pizza, maybe, you know, whatever, a little thing every day. And then the following weekend, to close up the birthday celebration, would be, you know, we would do another kind of big thing, go for a hike or go to a zoo or whatever, right? Like it was just sort of a week-long celebration, because I think that birthdays are really important. I know a lot of people don't like their birthday, but I think that they're really important, and I think it's important to celebrate them, because all told, we really have not that many. And sometimes we are unlucky enough to not have as many as we should. And having lost a cousin much too soon that I adored, I really just think it's important that when, you know, someone that you love has a birthday, that you really do go kind of, you know, bananas about celebrating it. So this year we have not, you know, we've not done that really for anyone. And also my husband's not a big birthday person. He just, you know, Like, oh, it's another day. I just happen to have been born on this day. But I have not, with being at home, I have not felt motivated to really enjoy my birthday the way that I would normally. And I noticed today that I was feeling a little blue about that. We didn't really do anything this weekend. We got some work done in the yard. We got some chores done that needed to be done around the farm. I got a little tiny bit of work done, up here. But we didn't, really do anything. And I kind of was missing that, like I was really feeling a little sad and a little down about it. And then today, this afternoon, one of my very best friends, who I had told, now I weeks ago, I had said, I'm not doing anything. I'm not seeing people. I'm not sorry. I can't go to this, we're not going to do Passover. We're not getting to do Easter. Super, super sorry. And, was just incredulous that I would even consider that this would still be going on for my birthday. And I had said then, no, I'm not going to get to do anything for my birthday. Anyway, so this friend called this morning and we chatted for a little tiny bit, and, I think they were at the store, when we were chatting. I don't know that for a fact, but I suspect it to be true. And, anyway, so a little while later, they showed up at my house and tapped on my door and left a box and went back outside. And, the box had a ribbon on it. Now, they drove 40 minutes to do this, because we live in rural Pennsylvania. So, they drove from the next big city over to us. And, I think they were a little bit surprised that they showed up at my door and I still didn't let them in. But we really are taking this very seriously. And, so we have not even seen our families. The grandmothers have been literally talking to our child through the window. So, we have not seen anyone or gone anywhere, with very, very few, we went through the CVS drive-through, right? So anyway, so my friend brought this present, and it was just, the gesture was lovely. It really was lovely. And I think that he was a little bit disappointed that, we didn't kind of lift the ban and, let him come in and stuff. But it really did mean a lot to me that, he would do that. And of course, my friends are all wonderful. And they're all just wonderful people. But that was just really above and beyond. And he, of course, knows how I feel about birthdays, that I take them very seriously. So anyway, this brings me back to being very sad that, I'm not doing some of the things that I normally would do with my family and friends. And I think that even if I have not really considered myself to be in a little bit of a slump, that, perhaps I am. So anyway, so I wanted to let you know that I found that really valuable, and it really kind of perked me up a little bit, in a different way. Sales have been nice, and that's been fantastic. But this has really perked me up in just a very different personal way, that really meant a lot to me. So, my said friend has a birthday himself in, another 2 weeks. And we have, for the last 15 years, I think, celebrated together. We've celebrated our birthdays together. And on the day, we always do something with the other one for our birthday. So I think that even if we are still self-quarantining, by the time that his birthday rolls around, we will probably do the same thing. We will probably hop in our car and, take a little gifty box to him and tap on the glass and leave it with him and go on our merry way. And I hope that he understands, So anyway, we're getting to a place where we're going to be coming out of this, and it's not going to be the same. Things are going to be different, I believe. My personal opinions. I think that this probably is a bigger deal than some folks would like to think. And I think it's going to be here. It's not like we're going to just get rid of it. And I think that, we do still need to be careful. I think it will change the way that we do things in the future. And I am not a, the sky is falling kind of girl. I'm really not. But I do think that this, just this whole situation, but I think that there are some positives from it too. I was in a live chat the other night, and I think that the Commonwealth Picker and I seem to be in agreement about a lot of it. That I think that this will certainly, in some respects, change the way that not only we resellers do our business, but it will also change the way that some buyers do their business. I think that this has opened a lot of folks' eyes to the fact that Amazon is not everything, and they will look to eBay a little bit more. And, I think that there is some potential opportunity there. I certainly think that there are some, there are some folks that have gone back to victory gardens and things like that. There are certainly tons of YouTube videos about victory gardens and growing things and preserving things. But I think that some of those things will actually come kind of back in for people. I think that this was kind of an eye-opener for a certain set of people, right? For some others, it's not going to change anything about the way they think or the way they do business. And that's fine too, right? Like we are certainly all individual, and we all have our own ways of doing and coping with things. So anyway, happy birthday to me. And no, I am not flipping the camera around because I look ridiculous. I am wearing a giant purple bow on my head, and it's just it's not a thing. Not a thing I'm showing the world right now. So anyway, happy birthday to me. And if you know it, sing a birthday dirge, because that's my favorite song. Thanks very much. And I hope everyone has a wonderful Tuesday. Maybe I'll see you at the Nurse Flipper channel tomorrow night for the live chat. See you.